What up, guys? What up, what up, what up? I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Let me get a light and shut this thing off. All right. We're about to talk about December 2021 this year. Um, oh, by the way, I'm making a lot of videos. We have a lot of videos coming up. We've been traveling a lot lately, uh, all over for the work we do. But it's pretty much winding down, and it's pretty much winding down. Let me go right near the window here, so at least you get a nice little window light. So it's gonna be different. All right. So let's talk about December 2021 this year. Should you go or should you not go? First of all, welcome, guys. I see people are already tuning, about 6 to 7 people or so. I want to ask you a question. Are you going Liberia this year in December? Do you know anybody who's going to Liberia this year, December 2021? Even if you're going, if you're not going, what's the reason for you not going this year? And if you are, why are you going this year? So just make sure you hit the comment. Let's interact. Let's talk about 2021 Liberia this year. I think this year is going to be different. 2021 Liberia visit this year is going to be pretty much almost something like never before. For those of you who go to Liberia at the end of the year, people are calling us Decemberies and things like that. But I think this year in 2021 is going to be completely different as far as the scene in Liberia, all the things that are going on in Liberia, and what my thoughts are in regards to if you should go this year or skip, right, in December 2021. First of all, again, like I said, I want to say welcome to you guys. It's been a minute. We have a lot of videos coming up. We've been traveling quite a bit. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, Instagram and Facebook, would have seen that we've been traveling a lot. Pretty much every weekend, we're in a different state, doing weddings and shooting videos, and documentaries, and things like that. So we're getting to the point where we're winding down from all of these hectic schedules. So we're about to start posting all this video. But should you go Liberia this year, 2020, 2021? So first of all, we're going, of course. That's not a surprise there. Now the thing is, the battle is if we're going for an extended period of time or for a short time. But the main question though is for you guys: are you going this year? Have you thought about going this year? Is that something that crossed your mind? Did you decide to go, or are you skipping this year? Or at least maybe some people are thinking maybe they want to go in February, March, when the crowd is down. Where's my thought? My thought is, even though this year is going to be quite hectic in Liberia in December, if anything, upon let's say I would say the last 10 years, we're going to in regards to going to Liberia. I would say this year should be the year that you go to Liberia. This year should be the year that, if you can, you should not skip. You should. I know people want to avoid the crowd and they want to go in maybe before December, or people want to go in February, March of 2022. That's great. But if you're going to go to Liberia more than one time, or if you're a frequent goer, I'll say just sacrifice this December and go this December, for several reasons. Right now, it depends on what you're going for. Most of us go. You know what? It doesn't even really matter what you're going for. Some people go for family. Some people go for business. Some people go for maybe vacation and stuff like that. December 2021 will be the year that you will see the most. You get the most out of Liberia, for several reasons. Let's break this down. If you're going for family, of course, family is always there. But this year is going to be a lot more activities for you and your family to do. A lot more people to connect with your family. A lot more, let's say, excursions you can go on and things like that, right? Because so many things are being put in place on the ground now in Liberia. that hasn't been done before, or at least it's more than what has ever been done before. So that's one. If you're going for business, with business, we all know that connection with other people, as far as networking, having people to you know show your business to, right, to market your business to, is going to be a great number of people in Liberia this year. I'm anticipating there's going to be the highest number of like people from outside of Liberia coming in this year. Last year I thought it was like that last year, but it's going to be almost twice as many this year in Liberia. So a great time for maybe if you're launching your business, especially businesses that of course need customers to walk in the door. This would be a great time because you can connect. And if you're launching a business, it doesn't matter any day of the week in December this year, you're gonna have foot traffic, right? This would be a great time to promote whatever it is that you're doing, any project you're doing, anything you're doing, basically, right? This is a great time to promote. Now, of course, there are some disadvantages when there are so many people in the country at one time. Things get a little bit more expensive. So my advice is, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be doing this too. My advice is to start getting things on the ground early. So if you're going this year, to start planning right now, before October, before the first week in October ends, make sure you've already secured a place to stay. If you're somebody who, maybe don't have your own place, but maybe you go to guest houses and stuff like that. So before the first week in October, make sure all of that is done. Make sure you have a vehicle secure. If you're somebody again who don't have your own there, make sure you have all of these things secure, because what you start seeing is the competitiveness in pricing is going to be getting a little more extreme as the time get closer, right? That's common. That's common knowledge, or at least how do you call it, common sense. The more people want something, the more expensive it gets. So basically, then make sure you get everything all signed, line up this year, place to stay and all of that stuff. Make sure it's secure. And also, if you're going, of course, most of you by this time you would have already bought tickets to Liberia. So if you haven't yet, I'll say pull the trigger and get a ticket, right? Right now we bought a ticket. We bought tickets for, typically we buy a ticket for like $800, no more than $750 to $800. Now here's the thing, though, that's a great thing to do, because we buy a ticket from New York, and we don't live in New York. But to fly from anywhere in the United States to New York, it's not that much. A round trip ticket, you can get like a Spirit flight, whatever it is, cheap flight for a couple $100 to go and fly back and forth. But the main thing is to buy a ticket from New York to fly out. Those of you who live in the United States, if you live in other country, Canada, Australia, in Asia and things like that, you can look at tickets too as well to fly from the main capital city for your country international airport and go to Liberia. So that's one thing there. So basically, make sure you get all of that secure, ticket secure, place to stay and everything. But like I said, the question for this video is, should you go? My recommendation is yes. If you've ever been planning to go to Liberia, this year is the year you should go. Last year was great. I would have recommended it, but this year you should go this year, and you benefit a lot. For whatever reason you're going for, you get a lot more out of the purpose of your visit, right? So if it's business, you get a lot more out of your business, because there are going to be people from not just only Liberians, right? This year is the year of kind of like the year of return for Liberia. So people they have different programs, right? People are marketing, or at least showcasing these reasons to go to Liberia in all part of the world, in the United States, the Kingdom, in Japan, everywhere, not Japan, but Asia, everywhere. So people are really pushing for more people to go to Liberia. I've met so many people who have organizations who are bringing people who are not Liberians, or people who are just of African descent. It doesn't have to be exactly Liberia, who are going to Liberia this year. So it's a great time to network, a great time to to expand your business and everything. You guys saw that I made a video a few weeks ago, last month or so, that says I'll name the top 10 business you should start in Liberia before December 2021. This is kind of in line with why I made that video, right? Because if you're somebody who already have a guest house, if you're somebody who already have transportation services, security services, and all of these things, this is the year you're going to see your business booming. All I recommend is you just put yourself in line to catch the trend, right? Meaning start to market now, start connecting with the right people now, right? If you have guest houses and all of these things are already started getting really expensive now because of the influx of people, right? All of these business owners who live in Liberia or who owns business in Liberia are starting to see the demand and anticipate the demand to be really high. So now people are adjusting pricing and stuff like that. So yeah, hope. Well, I mean, if is it a good thing? I mean, that's just how it works. The world works when things, people want more of something, it goes up. But it's also a benefit for the business owners because now they get to make a little more money. So if you're a business owner in Liberia, now you get to make a little more money. Those of you who are shipping to Liberia, make sure you get that done. It's there early. There's gonna be a lot of money moving around in Liberia this December, purchases and things like that. I'm anticipating a lot more indigenous purchases going on in Liberia, right? So those of you who are shipping things to Liberia, yes, the locals and people who live in Liberia are gonna buy it, but I'm really anticipating that the items that are gonna be bought in Liberia a lot more this year is gonna be things that are locally made in Liberia, right? Because there are so many first-time goers that are going to Liberia this year, 2021. Mostly they're not going to be interested too much in buying things that are imported in Liberia. They're going to be looking for things that are made in Liberia. They want to bring back something. It's always the case. Anytime you travel somewhere new for the first time, you want to bring back something that's indigenous to the place. So for those of you who have a business, who are living in Liberia or living out of Liberia, it's a great time to start to expand that business of things that are locally made. Maybe the local handbag or beads or whatever it is that you can make in Liberia that is made by a Liberian. A great time to do it because now a lot of people are going to Liberia this year also to bring those things, right? To start a business where they're exporting those things out of Liberia to here. I know so many people who are even going for textile, who are going for locally made outfits, who are going to bring handbags and things like that from Liberia to start businesses here in the United States and in Asia and Japan, Canada and Australia and stuff like that. So if you're a Liberian or living in Liberia, that's a great business to start this year because the variety of people who are non-Liberian but of African descent that are going to be going to Liberia is going to be a lot more than any time we've seen before. So it's a great time to start that kind of business in Liberia. Another thing too is, like I said, if you're into the housing, if you're into the entertainment, I've seen people are still popping up new entertainment spots. There are a lot of them, but everybody's still going to make money this year because people are going to be there. We all know ourselves. We love to chill. We love to, and especially when it comes to December, those who are going there are going to ball, they're going to chill. So those who are opening these entertainment spots that are like of better setup and quality are going to be seeing a lot of people there spending money, right? So a great thing to do as well. So if you have a transportation service, do that. If you haven't started yet, if you can get something in Liberia, if you can get a car in Liberia right now, a couple cars, whatever it is in Liberia, by shipping it right now, I don't know, it's October pretty much, October, November, December. Hopefully it's going to get there in December before the first week ends. You can do that and trail that car to Liberia, a couple cars, and start a transportation service and start marketing it from wherever you're at. Make a little flyer that say, hey, car rental, whatever in Liberia. You don't have to be in Liberia. If you have people who you trust who live there, so you can go ahead and send that car to Liberia and start a transportation service. That's one thing you could almost 100% this year double the money you make in Liberia by renting those cars. Unfortunately, hopefully, I wish they were better, but I can tell you that transportation rental in Liberia is just insanely expensive, right? And I'm saying insanely expensive because you come to a country like the US, if you are paying the same amount of money that you're paying to rent a car here in the US that you're paying in Liberia, that means it's extremely expensive in Liberia. Obviously, because why? The median income, the minimum wages, the opportunities, all of that stuff in America is way more than in Liberia. So if you're paying the same amount of money in both places, then you know for sure that things in Liberia are very expensive. And they're definitely not targeted to locals, but more of expats and people who are coming back into the country, right? So that's something you can definitely do. Is those who have cars in Liberia that you probably you bought a car from the US or where you're at, People are getting cars from auctions now for like $3,000, $4,000. If you buy that car, you ship it to Liberia. I don't know the whole port. I'm gonna make a video. I'm actually gonna make a video on this thing. It's gonna be very, very crucial for most of us. I have a guy who works, who have a business of that ships things to Liberia, free it from the port, and bring it pretty much to your house. You don't have to do anything. This guy will pick it up from where we're at. Let's say U.S. Well, he's in the U.S. So U.S. And wherever state you're at, he pick it up from you. He's gonna ship it to Liberia. He's gonna free it from the port. That's what which is the most like hectic thing to do, and bring it to your house. All of that, and he's gonna use his own money to do everything, right? And then at the end of when he delivers to you, then you pay him back. Basically, he's gonna give you an invoice for how much it's gonna cost, and he's gonna put the money up front because he has all these connections and pretty much security clearance to do most of these things in Liberia without without headache. So you can do all of that, and at the end of the day, you just pay him basically, and you get your stuff headache free. So I'll make a video and I'll bring him on the show to interview him and talk more about that business. But so like I mentioned, getting a car from like say somewhere like the auction and stuff like that, bringing it to Liberia. I would say within the month of December and January, you're pretty much gonna make that money back. And then now, basically, you've made your investment back, but now you also own vehicles in the country that can still be making money. Because let's be honest, people go to Liberia pretty much 12 months out of the year. It's just that the influx of people is in December, but 12 months out of the year, people go to Liberia, right? So, so there's that. And also, you make that money back. So there's that. The few things is obviously housing, transportation, locally made goods that are in Liberia. People are going to buy a lot more. And also, if there's something I didn't see a lot. So you guys might have seen that episode I made with Lester Tarr, the guy who owns the apartment building we stay at. The apartment episode I made, the owner of that. You guys, most of you have seen it. Now he has somewhat of a security business. Do you plan on moving back to Liberia permanently, AJ? AJ, I'll come to that question, but yes, I'll elaborate on that. But my answer to your question is yes, I do plan on moving to Liberia permanently, and I'll talk on that in about a few seconds here. But what I was saying though is that this cannot be enough, meaning this security services, right? A lot of people, even now, we are all seeing some people are passing things around. I'm not sure how true or untrue it is about death in Liberia and people are killing, most of which are not true. Of course, you guys know, we're going to Liberia, we go to Liberia all the time. Maybe because the U.S. are more connected to social media and stuff like that. So, but while it's in Liberia, you really don't get that feeling or anything like that. The only thing as far as risk, as far as people just killing people and stuff like that, I don't know. I mean, it happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but when you're not living in Liberia and you see all of these things, you just think, oh my God, when I go to Liberia, somebody's gonna kill me. Like you just think people are just killing people everywhere in Liberia, which is far from the truth. Things are happening. Yeah, some killings are going on and stuff like that. Just like everywhere else in any country you pick in the world that are developing, these things happen. So people who are just making it seems like, oh my God, Liberia is just all about killing. People are just killing each other. Don't go there. It's not safe. It's not the case. I would recommend to go there. Just obviously, it's common sense, right? Don't go places by yourself, especially if you're female. Go places by yourself alone at night or in the Zogo area and things like that. Just be to a populated area, stay in groups. Live at a nice place that have security and stuff like that. You will be just fine. Nobody's gonna come like jump over your fence and kill you or see you in the club and on the street and yank you from your car. None of those things happen. These things happen to, of course, unfortunately, people who are maybe struggling or at least have to do certain things, even though the risk factor is there, right? Like maybe walk home from the market after selling at night, 2 a.m. in the morning by themselves, and things like that. So. But yeah, so it's not as what people are making it seem. But what I'm trying to say is, for those of you who have thought about it or have not thought about it, there should be a lot of security services in Liberia just to give people peace of mind. Agency, that's what I mean, security agency. So people can, have somebody trained, maybe get in contact with maybe the police academy or whatever it is, or ex-police officer, or detective, whoever it is, or Army person, anything in Liberia, put a training program together, train a lot of people who are trusted and stuff like that, train a lot of people, and start a security service, because that's one thing people want. If you're a female or a male, it doesn't matter if you've been in Liberia before. That's something you go there, you contact them, they're with you for a week, they know where to go, where not to go, they're with you. Especially some people, not everybody go to Liberian group, not everybody have a huge amount of people there. So go there, hire the security service. They can be with you, they can drive with you around, and stuff like that. They can wait for you and go places and all of that, right? To give you the extra peace of mind. And that's a great thing. It doesn't matter how many people open security agency, there's plenty of people who are going to use that. So that's something I didn't see a lot of in Liberia. It is there, obviously, but mainly these security services are for businesses and banks and stuff like that that people are hiring from. So that's something you can definitely do. Open an agency, do it now. Do it now and give these people like a 2 month training or whatever it is. So by December, the agency is open and you start marketing that thing in Liberia. So many people who are going to go to Liberia are going to utilize that service, right? And they're going to hit you up and say, hey, I'm in Liberia. Can I get somebody to be with me? One person or two person, whatever it is. And it's also security and companionship, right? That person knows everywhere and know people, know how to move around, navigate, where to go, where not to go, the danger places and stuff like that, and that's a great business too to do for this December, and and it's a great time to kick it off, because now you can have a lot of client testimonials, you can have a lot of examples to market for throughout the year or for the following time. So there's that. So let's come back to the question AJ asked me about if I'm moving to Liberia permanently, if I'm intending on. Yes, I am. Definitely, we are. Basically, Joel and myself and a group of people that we are slowly making the transition. I've made a video and I will make a follow-up video on if you're thinking about moving to Liberia permanently, things to consider and how to do so. It's gonna be it's a process. Anywhere, if you're uprooting your life and moving somewhere, it's a process, and especially in Liberia. Now, I can tell you there are obviously so many other African countries you can just get up and move to without too much planning, but Liberia is not one of them, right? Of course, I'm a Liberian. Most of you guys watching us are Liberian, right? Countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, these places you can get up tomorrow without knowing anybody, pack your stuff and move to like Ghana, and you'll be fine. Meaning you can just go over there, go on your phone, you can rent a hotel, you can rent a Airbnb or a house, pay for 1 year. You can get a vehicle. Everything is automated. You can just use your phone and get Uber. You can do everything. It's easy. Roads are good places. Everything, right? You have reliable internet, reliable electricity and stuff like that. You can work from there. You can just get up and go to Ghana tomorrow and you can live just fine. You cannot do that in Liberia, right? We all know Liberia is not at that stage yet. There's so much struggle to, even those of us who go all the time, we still struggle just to go for that couple of weeks. So many things go wrong. It's so hard to get this or that or move here and all of that. So it's going to be a process to move to Liberia. So yes, we're permanently transitioning to Liberia. The time frame is always changing here and there. But yes, how we're going to do it. We're not going to fully move to Liberia 100% in the sense that we're going to be permanently living in Liberia. However, we're not in Liberia the whole year, right? We're in Liberia for the majority of the year. That's the home base, but we're going to be back in the U.S. often, and we're going to be in places like Ghana often, maybe establish a secondary home base in Ghana for so many reasons, right? Our main concern is, for instance, medical. That's the main thing, medical reasons. Meaning we want to have some establishment in Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya, whatever, there's some neighboring country that is developed, that if something happened to any one of us, instead of getting like flying back here within 36 hours, whatever it is, we can just hop to Ghana right away, get there in like, very short time. Or let's say if we're living in Liberia, secondary in Ghana, we can be doing like a medical checkup and stuff like that in Ghana and stuff like that. If that system is in Liberia, it is, it is there because the health system in Liberia, a certain part of it is good. But we just want to have options, right? You just don't want to have just one thing. If it's not working out, then you're screwed. So we want to have that. But we're going to be living in Liberia, doing business in Liberia, but we're going to be back in the U.S. for quite often, especially during summertime. We're going to be here for months on end, working on other things because this is where the source of the bread is at. You know what I mean? So come back here, work on some business opportunities and stuff like that, and go back. So that's the transition. How soon though? It's gonna be in honestly how the women there, AJ. Yeah, so how soon? It's fluctuating, but it's sooner than most people would think, because we're already on path to this. Just how fast things can get done on ground for us to make the transition. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if I should answer all the questions here. I think maybe AJ, how great are women? I don't know. When I go there, I go for business, but also I do interact with women in Liberia. But they're great. From what everything is surface level. People show to you what they want you to see. So the women in Liberia they're amazing. When you go to Liberia and you interact with women in Liberia, it'll make you think the women in all part of the world they're not good. They're not. It'll make you probably want to interact or be with a woman from or in Liberia more than women in any part of the world. But that's for several reasons, right? One, I'm not saying this is for all the women in Liberia, but most majority of the women in Liberia, if you're coming from the U.S., you're treated differently. Most of them want to be around you. They're open to do certain things, like with you, as far as maybe if they don't want to hang out with certain people, local people and stuff like that, they can do that with you. They'll probably go party with you, go places with you and stuff like that. And the majority of the women would do that. So it'll make you think, oh, these women are better as far as they're more submissive or they're more they're respectful and things like that, right? But mostly, like I said, it's because they view people from America differently, right? So who knows if these women leave Liberia and come to the United States or everywhere, if they're going to be the same, right? So that's one thing that the mistakes people make. I think people try to think whatever people show you is who they are wholeheartedly, but you can be whoever you want to be to a new person. You can be the most kindest person. You can deviate from your character to please somebody for a temporary period of time. But that's what I can say about that women in Liberia. But let me see if I can. How do you see? Oh, there we go. Wait, what? How do I see the messages? Oh, there it is. Sia said, do you know if there are call centers in Liberia, like people available 24/7? No, that I don't know of. I've never come across a call center in Liberia. Now, when you say call center though, like in regards to what exactly, um, what kind of service though? The call center for what exactly? Is it for like a 411 for information, or call center for like a phone company or whatever? Because there are call centers for different business types. But in general, I've never seen a call center in Liberia. Most places they do close, so you gotta wait until the next day to call them. So yeah, we're working on certain things in Liberia. Hopefully, it can go through. It's quite expensive to establish the platform, but that is the goal, to do something like that. Because, like I mentioned about moving, that's something you can get in Ghana. 24-hour call center. You can pick up the phone and call and get somebody. So hopefully that's something that'll come in Liberia. But yeah, guys, I see 13 people are on currently. The number is fluctuating, but please comment, and let's make this, because for this live video is different from my other videos. When I post this video, it's just me talking and showing things. For this live video, I'm hoping that every single person on the live can say something, maybe add to what I'm saying or ask a question and stuff like that. But the question is, if you're on this live, all 11 of you guys, are you going to Liberia? Have you been recently? Have you thought about going this year? Would you recommend somebody to go this year? Are you going? Why not? Things like that. So let's talk about that. But mine personally, for me, it's a yes. We're going, of course. I recommend everybody to go. How's the internet connection, AJ? The internet connection, it depends on how you set up your internet, right? Basically, for your internet connection, obviously you can get a little hotspot, little device thing that you can take around with you. You can pay for. That seems to work pretty good. They do have 4G, yes, and that seems to work, right? When I moved to when I'm in Liberia and I use Lone Star, Cellcom, Lone Star, Orange and Lone Star. I just, for some reason, I get internet everywhere. Like no matter where I go all the way in the bush in the village, I get internet just fine. I be doing, you guys have seen I'm on Library, I'm doing Facebook live video all the time, and it works just fine. I'm on the internet, I'm on Facebook. But the only thing is if you do that for Lone Star, it works great, but it's a lot of money. I spend like maybe $60 every 2 weeks for internet. Imagine that, you know. I guess it's kind of like the same in America if you're having, you know, but usually if you're in America, if you're paying like $100 phone bill, you're paying for maybe hotspot, you're paying for unlimited internet, and you're also paying your phone, like, because most people buy their phone on payment plan, so that's all included. But I spend about $60 every 2 weeks for internet in Liberia, and the internet works great. That's different from internet and Wi-Fi though. It's different because the Wi-Fi is really not that great as far as when you're living somewhere, right? If you're living anywhere, the Wi-Fi service is not too great unless you have a personal Wi-Fi spot, the little device thing that you can put in your unit. So it's not something where the Wi-Fi is shared among everybody. It's just in your unit. It'll work great. But for internet, it works just fine for me. Every time it works fast. Everywhere I go all the way in the village. Everywhere it still works. So I don't have any issue with that. So, but that's for Lone Star. I've never had Orange, so I don't know. But yeah. So let's see. Let me see here. So, how's the internet? Okay, Liberia is beautiful and best country. Angela, thank you. Do you know if your cell phone? Okay. Minus little women. Da 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 da. Internet. Okay. Frank said, all these videos hyping me up, bro. All right. Well, Frank, are you going? If you are, definitely go. Oh, so here's the thing. Big announcement. I'm still putting this together. But please let me know if this is something you'd be interested in. But anyways, most of you guys, I don't know, maybe half of you or most of you are not going. But if you know somebody who's going, or please let them know. So we're doing Liberia to the World meet and greet, right? So this channel is having a show in Liberia. Artists are going to be there. Big artists are going to be there. I didn't want to say anything because we're still putting together and finding the date. It's for sure, but we just got to find a date. But we're going to do a meet and greet where people from who watch this channel, or if you're watching this channel and your family member is in Liberia or your friend is going to Liberia, please let them know. I'll post everything up. We're doing the meet and greet where we'll have music, drinks, food, different artists. I'll be there. Joel will be there in Liberia. You just come through. It's a day party. You come through, we have fun, we meet, we chop it up about Liberia, about our experience and stuff like that, and just meet people, right? Want to meet everybody. So let us know if you're going to Liberia. Let us know if this is something that will interest you to do that. So that's what we're working on right now. So I'll post that. Just a little preview, but I'll post a whole flyer and everything about it. But that's something we're excited about. That's one of the projects we're working on. We're very, very excited about. Want to meet, because when we go to Liberia, when we're in Liberia, we meet so many people. We meet people from the airport in every country we stop at. I say, hey guys, you know, that they recognize us, that, you know, we chop it up and stuff like that. So wouldn't it just be amazing if we can just have a day party where everybody can just come through? So we get to meet you guys get to meet everybody else as well, and we just kind of have fun and, you know, and just chop it up. So I'll bring more information on that, but that's something we're excited about. So let's see. AJ said, would you say, okay. So 4G, so Abe said, what's the best time to visit? Or when is summer? Summer is basically when it's winter over here. So summer is basically from, let's say, September, so November, December, January. That's like the hottest times in Liberia. Very, very hot. So if you're asking for best times, I made a video on that the last time about best time is different from each person. But best time overall is in Liberia. The only thing is got to deal with high prices and traffic. But that's you know, which is pretty significant downside. But also, I think it's the good side outweigh, because if you're going to Liberia in December, you're gonna have the most fun, meet the most people, have the most things to do. And overall, you're just gonna be so much of a great experience that you're gonna get a high, and you just probably you're either not gonna leave, or if you leave, you just want to go back. So December is the best time, I would say. So that's what Abe says. So AJ said, would you say there's a lot of people in Liberia? What do you mean, in general or in December? In general, I mean, Liberia is less than 5 million people, which is like the population of just one city in the state here. So overall, it's not that many people. The only thing though is, even in December, with all these people going there, it's still not a lot, right? But here's the thing though, everybody just go to Monrovia. Everybody go to Monrovia. Everybody stay in Cinco Oro, Dupont Road, Pennsville area, and that's it. Everybody's in the area, so it's overcrowded over there. And the only reason why it's overcrowded too is because the road can't support that many people, right? If we had like 4-lane roads and overpass and a lot of public transportation like buses and maybe like these city buses and stuff like that, it'll be fine. Like trust me, it'll be fine. It's not that many people. There are more people in just the city of New York than there are in Liberia, right? So that's the only reason why it seems like there's so many people in Liberia. And I made a video on this again, you guys. I've been making a lot of videos on amazing things, and I said road is one of the most important things. Almost over everything in Liberia, roads will change the country dramatically. So all of the issues we're having is because of roads, right? You asked that question. Everybody go to Liberia in December. Yes, they're in Liberia in December. But if we had roads, good roads going everywhere, 4-lane roads, overpass and everything, trust me, it's not going to feel there's a lot of people in Liberia. Because traffic is going to go just fine. The cars are going to do just fine. And the roads and public transportation, really reliable ones, public transportation, and move all these keke and things from the road and put them in maybe the outskirts of the city in the rural areas and put big buses in the city with great roads. Liberia is things are going to move so smoothly. No matter how many people go over there, the place is never going to feel overcrowded. But the thing is, everybody go to those 4 cities I mentioned in Monrovia, and we're dealing with 2-lane roads, like and the keke, everybody is there. So that's why Monrovia feels like it's overcrowded. But I don't think it's overcrowded. Liberia, there's not even many people in Liberia than most of the cities. Like the city I live in have more people than in Liberia. You know what I mean? So it's not that. It's just, again, I mentioned the roads and things, man. Like, you guys don't know how important roads are. That's one of the most important things a country can do is to have amazing roads all through and to neighboring countries. It's going to change the whole Liberia. It's going to change the whole country. I promise that. So the question is there a lot of people in Liberia? Yes and no. No meaning just in numbers wise it's not. It's just infrastructure can't support. And then yes meaning yes, everybody's in the same area, not enough road, so you're gonna be stuck almost all the time, every time. So let's go back here. AJ said, would you say a lot of people? So Motherland Moms Crafting said, I canceled my August trip because I was going with my 2 toddlers and they can't face. Oh, okay, yeah, they can keep face masks for a long hours flight. Yeah. I don't know how old they are, but of course, you know, kids under a certain amount, they're not required to wear face masks. Yeah, it is sad though. The whole COVID thing is sad. Even I have a son who is 3-year-old, and when I take him to daycare, you have to wear face mask. It's the saddest thing ever to see my son at daycare wearing face mask. And the reason it's sad is because they're kids. You know, to put this thing on is not comfortable. They can't really play and, you know, run around and laugh and have fun. They got to be talking this thing. Even as grown up, as adults, when you wear that thing, like you go to work, after like a couple hours, you want to take the damn thing off. So imagine a little kid who just want to play and have fun wearing this mask. They're breathing, they're talking to it. It's just all uncomfortable. It's just so sad. So I can understand why you wouldn't want to put your children through that, to put face masks for that 13, not even 13, but pretty much when you leave your country before you get to Liberia, it's like most of the time 27, 30 hours. And every airport is going to require you to wear a mask. But like I said, if they're under 3 years old or something like that, they don't have to wear masks. So that's something that you can do. Also, guys, make sure, important thing, if you're going to Liberia, please be vaccinated, because you guys are already seen. I mean, you're going to Liberia, that's fine. You can still, you can pay for COVID testing and stuff like that. But if no matter if you're a citizen or not, without your COVID vaccination card, they're not going to allow you back in the U.S. You got to be vaccinated before you return to the U.S. So if you're going to Liberia, don't forget to get your vaccination. If you're those people who do not want to vaccinate, then probably just skip going to Liberia or skip leaving the country, because when you leave the country, when you're coming back into the country. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the information I have from what I've read in the news and what I've seen. Now they're requiring people who are returning to the country to be vaccinated. So you have to have your vaccine if you're coming back. You can leave the country, that's fine, but if you're coming back, you have to be vaccinated. So let me know. That's the information I have. I hope it's correct. Let me know if that's true or not, if you have different sources of that. Somebody said they're skipping this year. I'll come down to that. Let's see, so you cancel a trip. Pam said, I will be there for Christmas. I was just like October. If anybody needs a vehicle for rent, I have two-door Jeep Wrangler. One for okay, Pam Jones. Hey, look, I'll hit you up. Pam, I don't know if you have a number that you're okay with dropping in the comment section. I would definitely have people who are interested. I probably myself, because a Wrangler for Liberia sounds perfect. That's something I'll definitely be interested in, because if it's reliable, I'm down with it. If I would definitely. All right, Joel was calling me. But Pam, yes, like I was saying, I'll pick that up. If you don't mind dropping a public, even an email, maybe if you don't drop your phone number, drop your email. I'll follow up with you on that Wrangler. Definitely be chilling with it in Liberia, because it's, it can go places. So that's the main thing, going places, going. As soon as you leave the road, your car is pretty much done. Everything for under your car can fall down, because especially if you have a regular car. But thank you, Pam. I'll reach out to you, drop that information on here. Let's see. So okay, where we at? Okay, Liberia. Okay, so let's go down. Cancel. Have Christmas. Okay, so Pakwa. Is that how you pronounce the name? Pakwa. Are there any big festivals happening in December? So there are. There are a lot of things going on in Liberia in this December. I'll get specific information, but there are a few festivals going on. International festival going on in Liberia. The Year of Return Festival going on in Liberia. Of course, you guys know there's African Girl Rock. My friend Eugene from here, the U.S., is having a show in Liberia. Of course, Liberia Entertainment this year is going to Liberia. Almost everything is going to be in Liberia this year, because, like I said, people are seeing it, right? People know what's happening this December. This December is going to be like no other December this year in Liberia. So people are taking everything there. That's the reason, right? Because everybody's going to be there anyway, so you might as well take your show, whatever award shows you have going on, take it back home. Great time. But yeah, I'll make another video on that. There's a lot of festivals going on in Liberia this year that are local and international festivals that it's going to be great. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to acquire a lot. You're going to meet new people. And also you can get local things that are made in Liberia. It's so hot in here, man. Whew. I should put this air on. Let me just open this door. Yeah, let me just open the door at least. Open the door, I get some air. All right, so yeah, festivals. That's what's going on in Liberia. All right, so that's Pakwa. That's how you pronounce your name, right? Pakwa? Adinkra. That name sounds like Ghanaian. Adinkra. Maybe not. But anyways. Angeline said, I was there in March. I could not understand how the internet worked. Every time I top it up, it just went. How do you work the internet? I'll be honest with you. I don't know how the internet works. And like I said, I have my phone that I put money on and put money on and put money on, and every time the internet will finish, right? But does somebody help me? My advice to you, Angeline, would be find a guy, these people who sell, is that bugs? Damn. I didn't know outside. Oh, Jesus, all of these things are inside here. Oh my God. What are you doing here? Angeline, so I'll say my recommendation is to find one of these guys who sell orange hair, these things, and let them help you, because I couldn't figure it out. I always had to find somebody. I was so frustrated with the whole internet setting up thing, because I was buying the card, I was putting it on there, but then I still wasn't having the internet, and then they would check my balance and said I had $60. That's my balance. But at the same time, I didn't have enough. It was just too confusing. I took it to somebody who they had to spend like 20 minutes figuring something out, and then it worked after that. But when it works, it worked great. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, but that's the thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't explain exactly how that works. My recommendation would be, if you're in Liberia, just find one of those kiosks. Or for me, I went to the Lone Star store, but you're gonna spend like half a day over there. But you can go to the store, at least one of these guys who sell the cards, the kiosks that sell both, but I've been doing it for a while. Those guys can help you, walk you through how to set up your internet thing. But yeah. So Liberia's split, all the videos happening now. Okay, let's go down. Christmas, festivals, internet, Pakua message, retracted. Oh, okay. Mac Fred, how is the commercial real estate market? Great question. commercial real estate market is booming, right? That's something weird. That's a space we're getting into as well, as far as building these just regular rectangle box places that has a kitchenette, a bathroom, lights, and everything there to rent out. People are going to rent that out. Like I said, you know, we all know people are establishing business in Liberia like crazy. A lot of people are going back. The only thing though I would say is the commercial real estate business in Liberia, when it comes to long-term lease, like the short-term leasing, people always make more money than the long-term leasing, right? Meaning most commercial real estate in Liberia and homes for lease or rent in Liberia, people pay, I think every year, every 2 years, or every year or something. People barely pay monthly, right? So those who are really making the bulk of the money as far as real estate in Liberia are those who are doing hotels and guest houses. Those who are doing commercial things to commercial buildings in Liberia, because you can get a nice space and you can pay $1,500 for a year. So imagine that, right? You build a nice commercial space, you just put a little, because if you're building it really simple, you're not building a house like kitchen and all these things, really simple box space, probably spend like maybe, let's say a nice little 15,000 on it, beautiful, nice little space, just, you know, that's going to take a while to get that money back, because people are paying, let's say $2,000 for a year. So that's going to take you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like maybe 7 years to get just that money back, right? But those who are doing the guest houses are making $2,000 a month. They're making $1,500 a month, as compared to you making that in the whole year. You would pretty much not find a commercial space. Well, not saying not find, just on average, the reasonable people when everybody's using, right? In Liberia, I have a shoot today, guys. I'm in the studio. I have a shoot, but the person didn't show up. I hope there's another one coming, because if they are, they're like an hour and a half late, and I'm not gonna do the shoot. But okay, no, it's not dead. All right, so right, on average, you're gonna see people. You're gonna see people spending let's say $2,500 at most, like for a nice little space, $2,500 for a year to rent a commercial space, right? And people are paying $2,500 for a month in the guest houses. Right now, you call in a guest house owner, they'll charge you $1,500 to $2,000. This December, you're looking at $2,500 to rent it. Well, because I mean, yeah. So those are the people who are making the more money. So the commercial real estate space is great, but it's not making as much money as just those people who are doing guest houses and stuff, because they're doing short term for people who are coming back in Liberia, and the commercial real estate space they're doing for people who are living in Liberia or people who are living outside but are doing something in Liberia. Now, if you pass that threshold of doing real high-end stuff, leasing it to companies and stuff like that, that's where the bread is at, right? That's where the money is at. So you build something real high-end, you spend like maybe like 60, like 80, 60, 70, $80,000 on a real nice space that you can rent to these big companies that are going there for the space. Now, that's where the money is at. So the commercial real estate space is only going to be really great if you're going above the threshold of like your average, you know, store that you want to build. Other than that, it's going to take you years to get your investment back, and stuff like that. So that's just how it is currently. So let's see, Pakwake. All right, how the commercial real estate. Best regards and thanks for the program. Thank you so much. Sadharma Krishi Consultant. This person says 907K3. Came back last month. It was lit. Thanks for the camera advice. The COVID stuff was a hustle though. Get your test in 2 hours prior to your return flight. Yes, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Glad you're watching. I'm glad it was lit last month. So what was last month? So it was lit in what was it, August? Wow. See, Liberia is lit all year. So even in August, this person had fun. And the COVID thing is still there. I think now when you're vaccinated, you're good. You have a vaccine card. You're not gonna do COVID thing. I keep getting misinformation on that. So the person who said it just returned, well, I don't know if you're vaccinated or not, but yeah, that's information I have. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to go through all of that. But it's Liberia. maybe they will come and say, hey, we don't care about vaccination card, pay your money. But I don't know, if you have any information, if you're vaccinated and you've been there, let me know. Okay, so let's go down here. Nancy has a commercial. Best regards. Came back last month. It's the saddest thing ever. I wonder what that was in regards to. Saying it's the saddest thing ever. Okay, I'm skipping this year. Somebody said they're skipping this year. Freeman, why are you skipping this year? Can you let us know? Because I know some people are skipping this year. I'm mostly for COVID wise and stuff. But why are you skipping this year? If you don't mind sharing that. Abe said, can I visit all the countries by roll in 3 weeks in December? I'm laughing because it's a funny question. It's not a funny question, but it's a sad question. If you can visit, the counties. Counties. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said countries, like surrounding countries. The answer to that is a strict no. To visit all the counties, complete no. All the counties, no. In 3 weeks. Now, if you're spending your entire 3 weeks going to those counties, then yes. Okay, let me rephrase the answer. Yes, but that's if that's the only thing you're going to do. Because if you're leaving from Monrovia to Harper, right, to Maryland County, to other places, you spend a couple days. Some places, the roads, you have to get down, you have to push. It's terrible. All 13 counties. I don't know. It's just you have to dedicate your whole visit to that. Then maybe you can. But if you're going and you just want to, kind of do that, no. I'll say do like 4 counties at a time in that time frame. That'll be good. You can go to surrounding counties, like you can go to Bon, Kakat, Nimba. You can go to Grand Bassa, Buchanan, things like that. Yeah. Within like 3 hours time, 4 hours, you can get to these places, even through all these counties and come back. But the thing is, are you just driving through them, or you're going to explore and visit and stuff like that? So yes, you can if you spend the entire 3 weeks and you have a very reliable vehicle and you're dedicated to doing it. But other than that, in your 3 weeks time, I'll say plan on doing 5 counties at most. Because that's more doable. How is the commercial? Okay, best guys, let's go down. Can I visit 3 counties? Diana says the killing will be worse in December. People, be careful. I don't know what to say to that comment. Of course, the more people that are in that converge on the city or anywhere, there's a potential for that more to happen. I don't know if it's like a certainty, right? Like, the killings is going to be more in December. People say that every year in December when we're going to Liberia, like, December time people are going to be killing. The last few times I've been there, the last multiple times Joel has been there before I went there. I don't know. It wasn't something that's like a pandemic, like, oh my God, it's like killing everywhere. Don't go out, don't do this. No, things happen, right? The more people happen, the more careless things happen. The more people die of certain things. And of course, we Liberians, we all conclude that, this person was killed for medicine or whatever it is, or this and that. But that statement I'm not going to downplay that statement. I'm saying be careful no matter what time of the year you go to Liberia. Doesn't matter. In December, there's going to be a lot more people. Maybe the more potential for these things to happen, of course, just based on numbers, it's going to be more because there are more people. But I don't think it's something that, should be so alarming that, oh my God, it's December, it's going to be a lot of killings. No, I don't think that's how it's going to be in Liberia. I think you should just be careful. Like I said earlier during the video, just watch where you're going, go in groups, don't go stupid places at stupid times. And you'll be fine. That's the last thing that was on my mind when I was in Liberia, worrying about being killed. Yes, I'm a guy, I'm a man, I'm a traveling group, yes, the least thing. But even as a female, like I said, hang out with people, maybe have a couple male friends that you can hang out with. Most people go to Liberia to know people there, have families, their cousins and stuff like that. You guys can all go out together, especially if you're gonna go out at night and stuff. Have a secure vehicle. You have a couple guys with you, or even as a female, just all of you guys in groups, and don't go places that everybody's at. Go back to your place and stuff like that. I don't think it's something where it's like, oh my God, there's gonna be a lot of kidding in Liberia December. Nah, I think people just carry people with that thing. Killings happening. We Liberian, we love bad news more than anything else. So if one person dies in Liberia, it feels like, oh my God, everybody's killing everybody in Liberia. Everybody's sharing it. we Liberians are drawn to negativity more than anything else. So that's why it feels like, oh my God, there's so much killing in Liberia. Nah, you know what I mean? It's like if 5 people die in Liberia in December, that's gonna be like, oh my God, it's like woo woo woo. But people die everywhere, every place is everywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's something that people should be all, oh my God, don't go, or it's December, or oh my God, you know, you gotta be paranoid. No, I say be careful, 100%. Watch where you go, who you hang out with, what you eat, and stuff like that. Especially, you know, if you kind of know your whole family situation or friend situation, just watch what you eat. You know, if you can cook your own stuff, do it. You really know the people you're around and things like that. So I'm not downplaying that comment and saying, oh my God, no, 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 no. It's a true statement, but at the same time, I'm not gonna support the statement in the way that it's like, oh my God, it's December, people are gonna be dying in Liberia. Like, no, you know, that's not what it is. You know, it's just normal. So let's go back up here. Let's see. Okay, so Angeline said, I would love to meet you guys to show me how to do some editing on my channel, please. Thank you. Definitely. Yeah, we're doing a meet and greet, but even outside of that, just send us an email, LIB to the world at Gmail. Angeline, send us an email. I can hop on a Zoom call with you or FaceTime with you and kind of walk you through. I don't mind at all. Aretha said, I'm going with my husband for Christmas. We live in Paris. But anyways, we will see the road condition. But that is our motherland. We will in Liberia 2016. 2016. So she's going in Liberia for Christmas. Yeah, that's great. Go with your husband for Christmas. I think you're gonna have fun. I think it's the feeling, man. The feeling of Christmas in Liberia is just so completely different than everywhere else, right? And I always compare back. Christmas in America is nothing. You wake up in the morning, it's just nothing. You just, a few people come to your house, you eat, and that's it, right? You go back to work the next day, kind of thing. It's nothing. The thing, like the shopping holidays are more hyped than Christmas. But in Liberia, though, the Christmas is different because what I love about the Christmas in Liberia more than anything is just the kids. The kids getting dressed up. They still do that up to today, right? The kids getting dressed. You go to the entertainment spots, you see the kids at the entertainment spot all dressed up. Oh man, it's just, oh, I love it. Like you guys don't, because it's childhood, right? It just brings back your childhood memory. You don't see that anywhere in this U.S. country. You don't see that anywhere. Everybody stay in the house on Christmas days. You have a few family people come there, eat, they go home, everybody go home. That's it. But in Liberia, we're out in the street. We went to Ganta. And especially you see all the kids at the entertainment spot. Everything we used to do when we were children, they're still doing it now. So I just loved it. That was kind of one of my favorite things. And about Christmas in Liberia. So it's a different feeling. It's just a beautiful feeling in Liberia for Christmas. So definitely you will have fun, you and your husband, this December in Liberia. So, meet you guys. I'm going to Liberia. Aretha said, Pakwa said, have you been to other African countries? If yes, how was it there for you? And are there difference between Liberia? Love from Ghana. See, I said it, Pakwa, and that's it. I said that's a Ghanaian name. So yes, I've been to other African countries. I've lived in Ghana for about 10 years. I was living in Tema. I went to school in Ghana. I went to Pope Jones. And then I went to St. Martin's all the way out in Sawam. I went to school in Ashama. I was living in Ashama area, Tema, Ashama area, and I went to school pretty much at the border of Ashama, some school called, I forgot the name of the school, but I was there. So I lived in Ghana for a while, speak 2 Ghanaian languages. I've been to Nigeria, went to Kenya, different African countries. That's the difference. It's a big difference between, of course, other countries have taken the leap as far as just development and focusing on certain infrastructures in their country. Of course, you're in Ghana, so you know, I loved it there. Moving around, things are a lot easier. Liberia is getting onto that same pace now after civil, because of course, most of these other countries didn't go through, like, I don't know how many years, 20 or how many number of years of civil war. So we were set back, of course, but other African countries, there's a big difference, and you get to do a lot more things easily in other African countries without too much hustle. You can do things by yourself. You can move places. you know, move around things like that easily in other countries. Then, but so yeah, and the nightlife and a lot of things, right? They're good. So Liberia is kind of getting on track. That's what we're. This channel is all about urging us, our people, to really help out to put our country back on track, because it really hits hard when you go to other African countries and you see how developed and how uh, forward thinking these people are, and technology wise, infrastructure wise. Every time I go and see that, I think of my country, right? Look, guys, I love Liberia. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a passion about that country. I'm in love with Liberia. It's just home. Like, I'm so passionate about the country. And it has nothing to do with politics. I just want to see the country being good. Guys, this is where we were born. You know what I mean? This is where we were born. This is where we were raised. This is where we took our first steps. This is where we went to our first school and we made our first friends and all of that. And you combine that with all the struggle we went through and came out of it. I'm so passionate about this country. All I want to see is just the good of our country. You know what I mean? So I always advocate for us Liberian. The difficult thing is we Liberian, we are more apart than they are together, right? And Liberians, unfortunately, we just so sucked into negativity more than anything else. We fuel ourselves with negativity. We live for that, right? We like, you guys all know. You guys are all on Facebook. You see all of these different channels, Facebook Live things. When you see a Facebook Live about the gossip and G's and T and all that stuff, they have more views, significantly more views than if you do a Facebook Live of forums of how to develop Liberia, how to come together. You'll probably see like maybe 25 people on there. But then you hop on the other side, you see about this other Facebook Live with all the G's and people causing each other mind, other person catch other person cheating, da 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 da. You see like 900 people watching it live. And at the end of the day, you have like 20,000 views within 2 days. But then you strip around, you see Liberians who are coming together to develop the country, and you see like nobody's interested in that. So that's the saddest thing. And I don't see that with other countries. Other countries, yeah, you see people, Jesus is necessary, right? That's the thing in life. It fuels, it's like a leisure thing. But at the same time, we should take that same energy and focus it on bringing our country forward, right? But it's not that way. So it's so sad. Usually when I wake up being a Liberian, I'm passionate about the country, but it's sometimes like, man, I wish I was something else. But, that's just a temporary thing. I don't wish that. But I wish we were like that, man. It's just so sad. We Liberians, we're just so focused on negativity. We enjoy that more than anything else. And a Liberian can't wait. A Liberian favorite thing to do is to criticize their country. What are they? And then most people who are criticizing the country are not doing a thing to help out. We just want to sit on the back, on the fence, eating roasted meat and drinking Guinness and criticizing the country. All we talk about is politics. Oh, they man do it. Oh, they want to do it. Oh, that stupid country. Eat like bread. Eat like bread. It's just sad, man. It makes me sad. Like, every time it makes me so sad to see that that's where we're at as Liberians. But anyways, so let's go back here. Let's see here, you guys. So people. Okay, I don't know what that statement's about. So, bro, I sent you a friend request. I definitely check it out. Have you been in an African country? Angeline, you have to turn off your apps. Okay, so Angeline was helping. Oh, she was helping Angeline. So, Lions Only or something said you guys act like a celebrity. That's why people don't support y'all. I'm a businessman. I'm not your fan. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're referring to, or I have no idea. If you can elaborate on that, I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're talking to somebody or me or who. I don't know. But anyway, AJ said, if you move permanently, where do you want to raise your kids? Do you see yourself having a wife and raising kids in Liberia? Man, that's an amazing question. That's an amazing question. So that's the battle, right? All right. So living in Liberia, raising your kids in Liberia, having a family in Liberia. So the current state of Liberia, although we're moving forward, it's I don't know, it's hard. There's going to be a huge learning curve, right? I have a friend of mine who owns a business in Liberia. His son is there. And when we went there, this kid is so sad because he doesn't have anything to do and have where he lives, and he doesn't have a car. Here kids can just, mostly their friends at that age are driving to pick them up. They go to places, go to the mall, go to places. But if you're young in Liberia, most people don't own cars in Liberia, young people. So he woke up in the morning, he go in behind the house in the neighborhood, walk around and come back, and that's it. And like the TV over here, you have internet, you can watch Netflix and stuff like that, cool, and YouTube and stuff, which is amazing. But that's all he does, right? And then like there's no parks, and we can go to basketball court. Like there are, but it's not like here. In every city you go to, there's like multiple parks and things. So he's not that happy, right? He kind of wants to come back. So that's where the problem is. So you can move to Liberia and you can take your kids and things there, unless you are really invested in making sure they're good, right? Meaning you're in Liberia, you're good. You don't have to go to work every day and stuff like that. You can wake up with the kids. You can go to different natural things, right? You can go to different parks. You can go to different places, different counties. You can go around. Your friends, the kids have a lot of friends around them that do local things. It's gonna be a big transition. Now you're gonna have kids moving from sitting in their room playing video games and having access to all of these things to now playing with other kids who are putting stick in tires and running around. So it depends. The kids, it may be good for the kids, right? It may be because all of these things, they're new for the kids, so it may be amazing first time, but then the kids will kind of want to go back to their old lives, right? And having just the ease of access, the accessibilities in America it makes it so hard to transition to Liberia, right? So the question of that you're asking me is the only way, basically, if I have a child who is really young and take them there, right, and have them grow, because when a child's young, you can take a child anywhere. They adapt quickly as they're very young. It may be a struggle in the beginning, but if they start to reach a little bit older, teenage years, and a little bit up there, where they're so reliant on technology and ease of access and accessibility, it's going to be really hard to make the transition. So that's a big struggle there. So my thing is, I will transition. However, though, I kind of want my child to have a split, right? So basically, because I want to have them make their own decision whether to live in the country or not. So meaning, probably move there, take them with me and bring them back to the United States for school times. As soon as school is done, to be with me in Liberia and things like that for the entire time until school open again, to come back here until they're older, to say, you know what, I've had both worlds, I've seen the world, I've seen both places. I choose maybe not when they're 18, maybe when they're older enough to kind of rationalize, even like 12. A 12-year-old child kind of, they can make big decisions, but they kind of know what they're comfortable, what they're going to be happy living at that age, they kind of know, right? Even to change their mind later on, that's fine. But at least that time they can decide, okay, yeah, you know what, I kind of want to be here full time. I love being here. So that's the thing. That's kind of what it is. So it's a big struggle for those of you who want to transition to Liberia and have kids. That's a big struggle. I would say split the time a little bit if you can, but if you're moving with the entire family together, then it's going to be hard. Who you going to leave the child with here in the U.S. or in Europe or Australia or whatever it is, if you have families there. But that's the big struggle, man. I don't know how to answer that question directly. All I can say is, if you take your child there to move full-time, yes, you can do it, but when you do that, you have to dedicate your time to make sure the transition is good for that child. After they pass that stage, yes, they're comfortable, they're living there, but the only thing again comes with security. That's what I'm saying. I want to have a secondary base in Ghana, because Ghana, as far as medical systems and things like that, is a lot more. Is of course way ahead of Liberia, because like I said, Liberia was going through war for so many years. We're still backwards. So having a secondary base in Ghana, where if something happened to my child, and again, it's a lot of planning, right? So this transition, making sure you have an emergency funds, cash. My goal is when I'm in Liberia, I wouldn't have less than $30,000 cash with me at all time in Liberia. Something happened to me or my child, I can literally buy a ticket the same day or the next day, whatever amount it is, and fly out of the country, go to Ghana, whatever it is medically to take care of my child. Or when I'm in Liberia, I have that cash with me that I can go to the hospital and get priority and pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 and say, I want the best doctor in this hospital to treat my child right now, treat me right now, right there. We don't go through we don't have money to pay, and I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. So maybe you don't have to go to the extreme of having secondary base in Liberia, but just have good amount of money where you don't have to, especially when it comes, my only thing is medical. When it comes to something happening to your child, these are children, something happening really bad that you need funds, money, good money on hand to do that. Or medical system to go to a neighboring country to have better facility, right? So that's the thing. So that's kind of give a little insight on that question. So it's not a direct answer, but I'll say yes on a transition. I'll transition with my child, but I'll be spitting back and forth. I have the ability to do that in my situation, to have my child be here for school and come to me for the entire school break. So that's one thing. So let's go back here. So all right. So yeah, permanently. So best security company in Liberia for protection. Lines. Okay, so best security company in Liberia. Right now the one I know about is the one that Lester Tar owns. So I can get you information. The email is libtotheworld@gmail. So send me an email quickly. I can connect you with Lester. He has a security company that can take care of you. So, and I know a couple other. We have a small security company. It's not big. It's just a few agents in the company that can protect you, at least take you places. But I think one of them is one of the best in the whole country, because this person knows every single human being that walks in Liberia, whether from the government to Zogo, so you're fine everywhere you go. And transportation comes with it. A little bit pricey, but that's for peace of mind and knowing the fact you go everywhere. We can definitely do that. So either way, or Lester has a company too. So send us an email, libtotheworld@gmail.com, and then I can send you that information. So okay, I'm going to okay, let's go up. All right, so you guys, okay, permanently. Okay, so Law D said, for American citizens and residents, you don't need to be vaccinated to return to the U.S. Only a negative COVID test needed. Only for people who are applying for U.S. residents would need to be vaccinated. Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. I heard, hey, no matter who you are, you need to be vaccinated to come back. But that's good information to know, Law D. So Law D did say that if you're a citizen or you're resident, permanent resident, you don't need to be vaccinated to return. So, okay. So, yeah, I think maybe that's what I was reading. I probably didn't read deep into it. So, thank you for that updated information. So, guys, do research on it. But according to Law D, he said basically, or he or she said that, if you're a resident or a citizen, you wouldn't need a negative and not a vaccine. Kind of makes sense, because, I mean, they're not forcing people to do it now. But I thought they said anybody who are coming back. But anyway, good information. Thank you for the advice, Motherland. Thank you. We need to invest in agriculture. We definitely, Fofana, Mafata Fofana, that name sounds familiar. When I was living in Liberia, I knew this girl called Mafata Fofana, or Fatumata. I think it was Fatumata Fofana, that I lived with on the FE area. Gaytown? Not Gaytown. What is the FE area? I don't know, somewhere. But anyways, my father said agriculture. We definitely need to invest. It's so, people don't think about it. People think, because it's Liberia, Africa, you should. The investment in agriculture will be huge for the country. I'll tell you this. Liberia, the staple food in Liberia is rice. My people, rice is the staple. We all know. Every day, Liberia people eat rice every day, all day, 365 days out of the year. But the rice that's being sold in Liberia is being imported. It's being brought into Liberia from outside of the country by a company that's just making millions of US dollars. Imagine if, let's say, a private group of people, a citizen, a Liberian, or the government subsidize something like this and have a Liberian-owned business that produce and are the majority market shareholder of rice distribution. Think about that. Everybody, everywhere, no matter how your economical status is, you eat rice every day. You buy it for the same price. Everybody. The richest man and the poorest people buy 1 cup of rice for the same price. But everybody eats it. But then yet, the majority, the biggest company that sell rice in Liberia is the rice is being brought from outside of the country. And Liberia is in Africa. It's a tropical zone. It has amazing farmlands. Everybody's in Monrovia, so that's why the country looks small and packed. But as soon as you leave, you see vast majority of open lands with great soil. that rains and that you can grow rice. That's just one example. Corn, oil, all of this stuff, right? Let's say we already have it, we already eat it. Now Liberia can be a majority exporter of these goods and services. You know what I mean? We used to do rubber. I don't know. I'm not know too much of the rubber thing, but we export rubber. But the thing about it is like it's being done, but it's being done on the back end. When we're going to Grand Bassa, we went to pass somewhere, and we saw these ships in line and trains going to this one company that doesn't have a name, nothing. It's just all the way tucked in some bush, fenced by like a mile of fence, and have a big sign everywhere like no trespassing, don't come in here. Nobody knows what's going on. You don't see nobody there. And the companies, the name of these ships are coming from a different country. They're coming in, they're grabbing all these things, they're going. It's not like it's there, but it's not in the way it's there, but it's like maybe these foreign companies come in the country, give somebody one or two, and just do what they want to do in the country and take it out. I think that's what is going on. Like I said again, this channel is not about politics, but it's just about whoever it is in government, or it will affect them, right? So these things are happening, but not in the way that it should. Because that was my first time seeing a moving train since I've been in Liberia. There's a train coming to this company, taking all of these goods and services that's covered, and these ships that I see on the horizon in line coming in from this one company that's taking things. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like it's being distributed in the cities. They're all being taken out. So agriculture, yes, great opportunity for Liberia, for us to invest in. You can make so much. The resources there, the human resources are there. You can do it and distribute some locally and have like 60% of your business being exported out of the country. Definitely. So let's see. You need to invest in culture. Please send your email. Can't find it here. Yeah, the email is LIB to the world. LIB to the world at Gmail. Or Red Vision Co. Red Vision CO. Red Vision CO at Gmail. Okay, James Davis said, do you feature opportunities in other part of the country other than Monrovia? Yes, so definitely we travel. If you watch the channel, you see we feature other business opportunity everywhere that we can get to. Somebody asked if you can visit all 13 counties in 3 weeks. That was a struggle. Usually we'll go there for 3 weeks. We can't get to more than 4 or 5 because one, the time factor, transportation, and the roads won't allow us. So that would be a great thing. Our goal is hoping to get in contact with somebody in the government, meaning somebody in charge of tourism or whatever it is. We don't want money or all of that. We don't try to get into government. We don't want to be a government employee or nothing. All we want is have access to things that we can feature for the country. Like somebody will say, okay, yeah, I've called all these places. You guys can go there. They will allow you to do this. Because we go places, people don't want to allow us to like film and feature a place. Sad. I mean, we just want to feature the place. I made an episode of Sunset Beach. We went to Sunset Beach just to feature the place. The owner said no. After he said yes, and then now we got that, he said no. We go to hotels and places. We say, hey, we're Liberian channel, want to feature the hotel. They're like, oh, well, let me talk to the boss, man. And at the end of the day, they don't do it. So yes, if we had the opportunity to go to places to feature, we can. Most Liberian owners and businesses, when they see you come with a camera, they think, oh, and for some reason, I don't know why, they don't want you featuring their business there. I don't know. I think, but if you're a white man, you come in there with a camera and things, they will let you do it. Because I've seen that before. But if you're a Liberian, they look at you like, man, yeah, we don't know. So yes, we feature other opportunities for other counties. If you watch the channel, you'll see for other counties we go to feature things, but it's hard to do that. So if we can have like some kind of, we won't be like the main anchor for like the Ministry of Tourism in Liberia to really feature the country in an amazing way, because we have all the capabilities and equipment and technical skills to do it. But we just can't. What's the name of your channel? Oh, the name of the channel is Liberia to the World. Liberia to the World. That's the name of the channel. All right, so let's see. Please send email, can find it. Can you future. So true, my dear. We're focused on things that don't profit us. That's definitely true. Pakwa said, I love how you prioritize your people and your agenda. It's Liberia, never been there, but maybe in the future I'll visit because of your video. I live in Europe my whole life though. Oh, so you live in Europe your whole life. Okay, okay. Definitely. Yeah, if you can, that would be great. I'll say make that little tour, maybe go to Liberia and go back to and visit your beloved country, Ghana, and maybe add a couple of countries on the list. I think it'll be fun. You'll love it. Um, Angeline said, you're right. Da, 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 she's talking to Motherland. And Pakua said, do you know other Liberian African YouTubers that are doing what you're doing? So yeah, and there are other people who are doing what I'm doing. You know, the number one people that people know, there's this lady, I forgot her name. I forgot her name, but she's an amazing, she's an older lady. She has a channel in Liberia. She moved to Liberia now, so she lives there. And she does amazing work. Her channel is growing really fast because she put out content almost every day. What's her name? She does a lot of cooking too. I forgot her name, man. But she does that. You all know Yure, the girl, Beneda Yure or something like that. Yure girl does it. I don't know how often she posts now, but she has a channel. She's based in Liberia too. I have another friend who based in the US, has moved to Africa, but is currently living in Ghana. But she's doing content about both the African countries, Liberia and Ghana. Mary Ann Allen, that's her name. I think that's the name of the channel, Mary Ann or something. But I'll post all of these. I'll probably make a video about that. I'll just comment after this video in the comment section about these other Liberian channels who are doing this. Everybody should go and support, you know, and we can all follow these channels and make sure everybody grow, all the channel grows. So yeah, thanks for the information. Appreciate it, Catherine. Have you had any experience bringing things into Freeport? Yes, well, not firsthand. When we ship things, we go through a company. Like I said, the guy who I was talking about who ships our stuff, they ship these things and they free it from the port and we pay them. So I haven't personally shipped things like, for instance, a car or something where I'll go and have to run after it myself. I ship things with a guy who ships out and he take care of everything. You have port clearances and things like that. How about that connection? He does that. And, and we just pay. So there's that. Her channel name is Helena's. Yeah. Helena's Queendom. Yep. So Helena does amazing work. She's living there now and she's moved, I think, permanently. So I also watch her channel a lot. So I'm a YouTuber, but I watch a lot of YouTube. That's what I do. I don't watch TV no more. All I do is watch YouTube. I watch other African channels. I watch other Liberian YouTubers. I subscribe to almost all of them. I comment on all of them. Every time I post video, I like that video, I comment on that video, and I subscribe to all the other channels. Because, you know, I want to have a great community with all these people, you know what I mean? And support each other, because it's hard. YouTube is hard. That's one thing. It's very difficult on YouTube to have a channel, to post videos. It takes a lot to shoot the videos, to edit the videos and post the videos, and to have people share the videos, to have people subscribe. It's a lot of work. I can tell you there's 31 of you guys watching. I'll say probably only 8 of you guys, or 10. Let's say 10 of you guys are subscribed. 20 of you guys are not subscribed. You guys watch the channel all the time where you don't subscribe. So that's the thing. YouTube is hard to get people to click the subscribe button. For some reason, I don't know, people don't do it, even though they watch the channel every time. So as a YouTuber, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep making content. Because sometimes it gets tough. Like, especially if you're a YouTuber, you're making content every time. You're traveling to a different country, like what we do. We travel, spend a lot of money. I work, do my personal work, shoot videos, edit a video, post a video. And then when you look at the statistics on YouTube, YouTube is telling you, oh, only 17% of these people watching your video are subscribed. Maybe, and then 20% like the channel, like the content. And every time you're doing it, it's like it gets a little, you just gotta love it. Personally, for me, obviously I'm not doing it for subscribers and stuff. It'll help the channel greatly, but I already just love it. And so most YouTubers who are doing it, and they don't have a passion for what they're doing, they don't last for a couple months because they start to see only a few people are watching it. All people are watching, but they're not sharing it, they're not liking it, they're not subscribed, and after that, you just give up because it really is good to see the channel grow. It's good to see what you're doing. People are supporting you, and for a YouTuber, the only way you can see support is people hitting the subscribe button, people liking it, people sharing the videos. If people are just watching, they're not doing any of those things, you know, it's a little disheartening. You know, it's like, man. You know, but the thing is, I don't know why people just don't hit the subscribe. But I made a video about it. I think because some people don't have a Gmail account, which most people do. Because to like a video on YouTube, you have to have a YouTube account, which is not a hard thing. You don't have to be a YouTuber to have a YouTube account. All you do is you just create a Gmail. It takes like maybe 2.5 minutes to do a YouTube account. You don't have to post anything on it. You don't have to put a picture. You don't do nothing. It just allows you to comment and like. So I think a good number of people don't have an account with YouTube, so that's why they can't. But a lot of people do, because if you have any kind of Gmail, most people have Gmail now automatically. But for some reason, people just don't subscribe, and they don't click like, and they don't share. I don't know. So, but that just means as a YouTuber, you just need to keep making content and keep pushing, because people will eventually subscribe if you're just making great content. If you're consistently posting, it gets to a point where they don't want to miss out and you hit subscribe. So it's not so much on the people not subscribing, it's just more on the YouTuber by having the you know, like the push to keep going, and also making more content and just loving what you're doing. Just be loving what you're doing. So if you're focused on the people liking or subscribing or the views, then you quit. But if you're just loving what you're doing, and no matter what it is, you're just loving it, like I do, I just love it, like, you know what I mean? So even though when I check the channel, it says 17% of the people who watch it are subscribed, I just love it. It's not gonna be like, oh man, if we're not subscribed, I'm gonna stop. So, but yeah, anyways, so let's go back, see here, let's see. So Felicia Brown said I'm a subscriber, that's what's up, thank you. That's my channel name. Motherland Mom's Crafting. So yeah, check out her channel. You know what I mean? Check out Motherland's channel and subscribe. Yeah, man. The thing about YouTube is you can subscribe to everybody's channel. It doesn't. If all of you go and subscribe to somebody else's channel, it's not gonna take away my subscriber. You guys are still gonna be subscribed to me. So I always push other channels. I always tell people go and subscribe to all the Liberian channels out there and let everybody grow. And you have more variety of content as the viewer. You don't want to just watching me only. You know, sometimes I take a break, I don't post. Then you have other people posting, or even if I'm posting all the time, everybody posts different content. You as the viewer, you have a variety of content that will benefit you and even myself, because then I can watch other people's content. So, I just found you, AJ. That's kind of personal. I don't know what that means. How is the entertainment industry there? The music, movies, etc. Wow. The entertainment industry in Liberia is better than anywhere else around the world when it comes to Liberians. Entertainment industry in America is struggling. You know, most of the American artists that are like. Is this thing still working? Oh yeah. Sorry guys, my phone died. Yes, it's freezing. Did it freeze? Oh, sorry guys. I know most of you guys have already left, but yeah, my phone died. I had to plug it in. Luckily, I was able to come back up here. So I apologize about that. It did tell me that it was about to die, but so I'll just continue the live. I just found a subscriber. Okay, how's the entertainment industry? So yeah, I was talking about the entertainment industry. I'm sorry about the fan. It's really hot in here. I think today, for some reason, in this cold month, it decided to be 86 degrees, so I put my air on. But look at those images, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I'm in my studio, and those are the pictures I have on the wall. You guys all know him, Jacob. And but anyways, so the entertainment industry in Liberia, I've made several videos about this, and I can tell you that, like I said, the artists in the US are struggling. A lot of them are, but the thing about it is a lot of them are
I'm sorry to say, but a lot of them are not making quality content, and a lot of them are not dedicated as artists in Liberia, because obviously there's a difference. The artists that are in Liberia are looking at this as, you know what, um, this is our way out. You know what I mean? They're looking at it as, this is our way out. This is our way to make it in life. Most of the artists in America, they have a job. Some of them have great jobs. They're making good money. So they're looking at the music thing as a side thing. So yeah, they go to the studio to make a couple music. They go to the club, they perform. The junior come, be the you know, they get some, era junior around them, and one or two, they're happy. There are only three artists in the U.S. that I know in the entire America that I know that are really pushing. One of them is D12. That are like, this is what I do. Like, this is what I do. This is what is gonna be my living. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I'm gonna do. So that's what the difference is. So even though the artists in America, why is this screen keep dimming? Is this thing working? Guys, please let me know. Can you just comment yes? Is it? I don't know if it's working because it keeps the screen trying to time out. So if it's working, just say yes or give a thumbs up. Okay. All right. Um. So the artists in America, they that's what they're doing. They just, oh, okay, it's working. Thank you. I don't get it. Why does it keep timing out? So yeah, that's what they're doing. They're here doing it for little parties here and there, and they're not really passionate about it. They don't see it as a means of making it in life, or this is what I'm gonna do for my career. So most of them are just doing it as a side thing. So that's what it's. But the music industry in Liberia, the music is great. The money is obviously not as comparable to anywhere else. But for the standard of living and those who are really making it, they're doing okay. Like, I'm friends with Panto, Torito, and all these guys who I've done music video for. Those guys are pushing. They see it as a career. That's their way out. Look at what music is doing for Panto. He's coming to the U.S. to tour and stuff like that. Recently, the first time he ever left the country was to go to Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. And now he's coming to the U.S. So these guys saw, like, that's what they're passionate about, and they put their everything into it to make great content. But the artists in the U.S. are just doing it as mostly as a side thing, and or most of them are just doing it to get Judah in the area to see, oh, they want to be celebrated and stuff. So that's the difference with the industry. So yeah, the industry in Liberia, they just need more money pumped into it by like everybody sponsors. People and things like that. And I think they'll make it because the quality, the sound from Liberia now is amazing. You guys all know Liberian music now is something way more. I mean, it's amazing music now. So that's my opinion on that. So let's see here. Yes, I do it for the love of helping people who are interested in learning skills and creating, yeah, income for themselves. That's great, Madeline. So Felicia said, are there American diasporans in Liberia? Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. So there's a lot that are living in Liberia and that have visited Liberia. American diasporans in Liberia, a lot. A lot of people are doing businesses there, and things like that. So my thing is when you go just to blend in, because I've made so many videos in life about how you're treated. The American diasporans in Liberia, based on how you carry yourself, that's how you be treated. But most of the time, the treatment of American diasporans in Liberia is a little different than obviously local Liberians, like the indigenous Liberians, right? They just treat you different. Like they treat you different. Like in not all the time in a good way. Sometimes they just treat you different in not a good way, right? Because I don't know why, but I guess some people go out there, they try to be all flashy, they try to talk down other people because they're from America and stuff. Maybe. Sorry, people keep calling, man. I don't know. I keep getting phone calls. Um, but yeah, so maybe that's why over the years, um, it's been that way. So people right now don't um, like diasporans from Liberia or whatever. But yeah, but yeah, they are there. So they're living there. So let's see here. Peace is working. Da 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 da. That's the last question I have. Yeah, man. But that's kind of what it is, guys. So if you're gonna be in Liberia, we're doing a meet and greet in Liberia. So share, let people know when I put the flyer up now. So share with people who you know are going to Liberia, or people who've probably seen this channel before, and let them know. But I don't know how long I've been on this live. Probably, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, but if you any other question, guys, if not, I'm gonna dip and do some editing. I'm at the studio trying to pack some stuff. I have a couple shoots today. Um, and that's it. But yeah, man. So any questions, suggestions from you guys, or anything like that. But like I said, this year, don't miss it. Get that ticket. Go to Liberia. Chop it up. Let's meet up in Liberia this year, or let's just go and connect. Visit a family, connect with people. Going to be part of all these festivities going on, all the festival going on. There'll be a lot of festival, connect with other people who are networking, expanding businesses and stuff like that in the country, man. But anyways, all right. Well, I gotta go. So peace out to you guys. Let me get a thumbs up. Let me get a peace sign from everybody on here because I'm about to dip. Let me get a peace sign from you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. I didn't even think the YouTube. Did you say your email was LIB to the world? Yep. LIB to the world at Gmail. I hope it's working. Yep, that's the email. That's the email for this channel. LIB to the world at Gmail. Yep. But yeah, thank you guys for coming through on this YouTube live. I enjoy these live. I ain't gonna lie, because it's different in the sense that instead of me just talking in front of my camera and recording and posting it, I get to interact with you guys personally, somewhat personally. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Angeline. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, everybody, for watching, man. I'll post the next video. I'm gonna make a live video on Friday, this Friday, on updates about Liberia to the world, on updates about businesses in Liberia this year, on updates about places to stay, cars to rent, security to get, and of course it's always about building. So if you're building, now I have a list of well trusted contractors, people who can take care of a project start to finish with no worries, people who are they're vetted, so they're not random people, they're vetted people who have background in doing it, trusted people who you can rely on getting your project done, your house done, and stuff like that, and everything. We're doing a huge project ourselves that we're gonna post about. So if you're interested in it, you can be a part of it. That's been on the works. I haven't said anything about it, but that's been on the works. Again, building a community that an acre of land of just beautiful houses. Not acre, but 6 acres of land with just beautiful houses. Whole community. So a few people have so interested in being a part of it. So this is just self thing. But it's just if you feel like you want to be a part of it, that's it. This is not. I'm not even trying to like market it to people. I'm just, if people find out about it and they're passionate about it and will be a part of it, that's it. We're just building a community. We'll have trusted people, amazing houses design, stuff like that we're doing, and we're just building it. It's gonna be amazing, and there's no hustle, not all of this running around, people misleading you and stealing from you, all of that stuff. But I'll make a video on that. I'll post that on here. But anyways, follow the Instagram, LIB to the underscore world Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Let Me Be Cephas. So follow me on Facebook, and I post a lot on Facebook too, and at least you guys can see my maybe my work that I do as well. I love to promote my work. Of course, that's what I do, promotion. So follow me on Facebook. Let me show you my Facebook and Instagram. Red Vision. Our Instagram is official Red Vision, and my Facebook is this as well. So the internet is pretty bad here. But anyways, yeah. Whilst I'm doing this, you have any question? Yeah. So here's my Let me show you. How do I turn this around? Oh, there we go. So here's my Facebook. That's my Facebook name. So I post a lot on Facebook. So follow me on Facebook right there. I'm always posting like how do you call it? Pictures. So this the shoot I did recently. Photo shoot. That's the picture I took a few days ago for this girl's birthday. So you guys, like, if you don't know already, which I'm pretty sure most of you know, I'm a photographer. I own a photography and production company in the U.S., mainly focused on portraits and high-end weddings. So there's that. Here's the wedding I did recently. Look at how amazing these pictures are. Wedding we did last week. So these are the images here from the bride. Look at that, that's so amazing. And this is her picture right there. She and her husband. So I post a lot on that. And we did, look at it, we did almost 50 weddings this year. Imagine 50 in almost every state in the US. So we travel quite often. This is the traditional wedding we did here. This lady, she's from Sierra Leone, I believe. And then from Sierra Leone, Nigeria. So this is the wedding we did. She and her husband right there. He's American. So did that. You know, that's the picture right there. And so yeah, we do a lot of I do a lot of weddings and things like that. And I post a lot of live videos. And there's the other wedding we did right there, just a little behind the scene for this other bride. So I do a lot of weddings, like a lot. I do studio shoots. This girl's graduation studio picture I did for her. So yeah, a lot. Let's go down here. I post a lot of videos too. Oh, these are the maternity pictures I did. I do maternity. Where is it? Oh, I thought I just saw it. So, oh yeah, you did maternity pictures I did right there. There you go. So I do a lot of studio maternity pictures and everything. But mainly really high-end weddings in every state in the US. That's the studio shoot I did here in my studio. These are some studio photos I did as well here in the studio. All right, that's the shoot I did for the engagement couple, for their wedding right there. And here are some amazing images. I'll go through them. I did. There we go. Just beautiful. Look at that, amazing images. I do a lot of high-end weddings. That's where we travel a lot. These are all in different states that I do. So this one is in South Dakota, North Dakota, I believe. Beautiful. And there we go. This one in Minneapolis. Minneapolis here. This one I did in a different state. This one in Minneapolis. This one a different state. There we go. All of these here. So yeah, so I do a lot of photography everywhere. But anyways, enough of all of that. But yeah, you can, if you want to check them out though, it's on Red Vision. Well, that's my Facebook page here, so you can send a friend request. I don't mind connecting with you guys on Facebook. That's my Facebook name. And also on Instagram, official Red Vision. On Instagram, that's the page. I'm at the studio. But anyways, all right, that's all I have, guys. Appreciate it. Poor fella, bye, man. That funny, man. Thank you, brother. I mean, always. Come on. All right, anyways, bye, guys. See ya. I'm getting too many calls now, and I don't know how to end this live. How do you end the live? That. All right, I don't know. Anyways.